What's up, YouTube? This is Peaks Mill Boy. As you can see, I'm putting the heads on this 22RE. Yeah, I'm pretty far into it. I just changed the timing chain about, I don't know, probably 1,000, 2,000 miles ago, because both timing chain guides broke and the tensioner disemboweled itself, so I had to go through all that, and I ran across a real good deal on Amazon where you can buy a timing chain kit that's with a metal guide, new chain, new gears, new timing cover, new water pump, oil pump, all the gaskets for $122. And shortly after, I started getting water vapor in my oil, so I just assumed it was a head gasket. Well, as you can see, I'm in it pretty deep. One thing, when you take this intake off here, there is a Allen head bolt that runs through the side of the thermostat. Can't really see right here, but it runs through. Let me move these hoses out of the way. If you can see, let me get the screwdriver to point it out to you. Right here, there's a hole that runs through the entire thermostat housing and comes out right here. That is an Allen head bolt. It says it's a 6 mil, but the head stripped on it. I'm trying to find the bolts here. Let me see, where's he at? Give me a second. Here it is. Pull it out of the box here. Okay. Sorry about the light. See, it's a 6mm bolt, but it rounded out on me. So what I did is drilled a little bit of a hole in there, and I set a screwdriver right on that edge, driving it in driving it toward the way you loosen it, counterclockwise. Finally it came loose, which the bolt came out whole, but I'm going to have to replace it. So far, that's the only problem I've run into, and hopefully the last. Alright, on the head is not that bad, but it's pretty dirty. Okay, as you can see, that's the old head with the cam, valves, all that stuff. What I ran into on that was, I was going to have it took to the machine shop, and for me to have the head completely, pressure tested, the valves lapped, and everything checked to make sure everything's good, was going to cost me $240. Okay. Well, that's just having the head done. The gaskets, it's the good gasket set with a head gasket and all the gaskets you need to redo this, was going to cost me right at $100. So I got on eBay and I ordered a new head, which came with all of the gaskets. It came with new head bolts, which on these motors you have to change your head bolts because they do stretch. When you install them, they do stretch, so you have to change them. Some people I know reuse them, but I'm changing mine just to be on the safe side. I don't want to break one off and be having to deal with that. Okay, so here is my new head with the cam, with the valves, with the new head bolts. Here is a box with all my new gaskets. Let's see if I can find the people I got it from. It's not listed. Yeah, I can't think of the name of the company, but anyway, there's all my gaskets. Head gasket, intake gasket, manifold gasket. Well, I ran across that for $330 for all of it. So yeah, I'm going to spend the money on a new one instead of having the work done to an old one, not knowing if it's not cracked or something. I don't want to get into it that much. Okay, the biggest problem you'll run into on this is your vacuum lines. As you can see, I didn't label all of them because some of them it's pretty easy to tell where they go just the way they lay out. But I do have a Haynes book, and the Haynes book gives you a decent diagram of it, telling where everything goes. But I do have some labeled because there's some that are same size, side by side, you know. Another thing you'll run into, okay, on this side, there's a metal line that runs into your intake, and you have to move the intake before you take the head off, because if you don't, the studs won't slide out of the intake and let you lift your head off. Okay, there's a metal line at the back of the head. You have two of them. You have to loosen the bolts up. Here it is right here. You have to loosen that bracket up in order to get the head off. You have to take that off. Okay, and that line itself, I think it's that one. One of them bolts directly to the center of the bottom of the intake manifold. You can see the hole right there. Let me get a light for you. Okay, see that hole right there? You have a line that bolts right there. So remember, you have a line that comes up to the bottom. I think it's two 10mm bolts right above the oil filter into the bottom of the intake manifold. Don't forget those, because it'll break something in there if they're not easy. And as you can see, there's the fuel pump, or fuel filter, which I'm going to change right now because it's so hard to get to. And with the kit, you also get a exhaust manifold gasket. And let's see. You get new studs for the head, for your intake side and exhaust side. The new exhaust studs and the intake studs. You do have to remove your power steering pump because it attaches to the front of the head. When you put your new head gasket on, make sure you put some RTV sealant across here to stop any oil leaks around the front part of your timing chain cover. Let's see. That's pretty much all I have right now. When I get it together and try to start it up, I'll make a new video and see how everything goes. This little motor just has a little over 120,000 on it. That's the only reason I'm doing this to it. It's practically a new engine for a Toyota. This is on a 88 Toyota pickup with a 22 RE. It's not a bad truck. I gave $900 for it, and I've put 20,000 on it since I've had it. So yeah, I'm gonna put 300 into it. Okay, YouTube, thanks for watching, and like I said, when I get some more done on it, I'll get back with you. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them on my site. This is Peaks Mill Boy. Thanks.